What's up, everybody? This is Rho-Bear coming back to Fabled Lands. This is part 3 of our ongoing saga to find our way through the world and through life. If you remember, last time I had fought a tree. I had lost that fight against a tree. In most fights, if you lose, you're just dead. And you have to either reload the save, or in the traditional game books, you just had to start over. You were just officially that character was dead, and there was nothing you could do about it unless you had paid for a resurrection deal. In which case, you would go back to whatever temple you made that deal with, and then you would start there, but you'd lose all your weapons, or all of your listed items. You'd keep your level and everything though. But in this case, the tree we fought, it knocked us unconscious. We woke up on the coast with 1 stamina, and now we're gonna see what happens. So we're gonna make a move. So we still have the trading post. We can go back to this coastal road and see if something new happens. Because again, if you remember, we would roll some dice to figure out what happens at this random location. We go to the stones to teleport out of here, or we can go back to the forest to try and talk to that tree. I have no money. That was the other thing. If you die, you get no money. So I have no money. I have 1 health. So we're going to go here. And I have a house. If you recall, we got a house. It was abandoned. We claimed it as our own. Nobody seemed to care. But houses are only for stashing things. You don't actually get to rest, which is kind of lame. But so be it. I'm going to take this sword since I have a spear. We're going to go to the market, and we're going to sell that sword, and now I have some money. Look at that. And then we're going to go to the inn and rest for 8 shards to get our 8 stamina back. And then we're going to leave because I want to try that tree again. I want to see if we can get past it. There's probably something good past it, but we won't know until I try. Make a scouting roll. I have a 41.67%. That's crazy that they have those odds there. That's really, really cool, but also kind of crazy. So let's see if we can get a 10 or higher. Hey, we got an 11. That's fantastic. You struggle deeper into the forest until you come to a thick wall of impenetrable thorn bushes. Circling it, you find there is a break in the hedge, but it's filled by a large tree. Yeah, I got your name, tree. None can pass. So we're going to try the nice way. We're going to try and persuade it. Still a 41% for a charisma roll this time. Special bonuses, see? If we're an initiate of Lacuna, who is like the god or the goddess of wilderness or forests, we get a little bonus. If we're a wayfarer, which is what they call rangers in this world, then we get a massive bonus. Plus their charisma starts, I think, a little bit higher. But I'm just a fighter. I hit things with my head or something else equally blunt. So let's see what happens. Oh, damn. We got a 14. No fighting this tree this time. Well, I suppose I could let one such as you through, says the tree thoughtfully. It then uproots itself with a great tearing sound and shuffles out of the way. There you go, says the tree. You may pass. You walk through the thorn bush gate. Beyond, you find several huge oak trees whose branches are so big that they are able to support the homes of many people. Ooh, the city of trees. Check that out. Let's see what's up. Welcome to the city of the trees, says a passing woman dressed in the garb of a druid. The city has been built amid the branches of several mighty oaks. Ladders run up and down the trees to houses that are perched like nests in the branches. You are not allowed into any houses, but the druids allow you to barter at the market. So there's the druid's leader, which would be a good place to go, and the market. I have 32 shards. I don't really need to buy anything at this juncture. Ooh, look at that. Green means awesome, I guess. +1 to combat. Ebony wand. Gold compass. Anyway. Let's talk to the druid's leader. You are brought before the druid's leader, the oak druid. A bearded fellow with earth and leaves all tangled up in his business. He asks you to perform a service for them. I hope we get paid, or maybe we could get a house. Let's see what happens. Take this oak staff to the willow druid in the forest of Laroon. The sacred grove where he lives will be hard to find, but I'm sure you can do it. The willow druid will give you something to bring back to me. When you return with it, I will make your techniques of tracking and your wilderness lore better. And that brings me to an interesting point, because the guidebooks, contrary to what we've come to accept as traditional RPGs, specifically like JRPGs or computer games, when you go on quests, when you go and kill things, you get experience points that levels you up, and you get gradually stronger and better at whatever your job is. With this, there isn't XP. It's a progression-based milestone system. After particular events or particular quests, your stats can go up or your level goes up. This right here, rank 1 warrior, that's your level. That's how seasoned you are as a person, and we are not. We were plucked out of the ether, dropped on a boat, and given a map. Like we have no history or backstory. Our age is not defined, so we just exist to spread stories and experiences through this landscape. That being said, if he can make even one of my stats a little bit better, that helps us in the long run. So I'm going to accept. New quest. And you accept the task at hand. You remind yourself to take the oak staff on the way out. And then it just repeats the intro. I can go to the market. I'm going to leave. Cool. Very, very cool. Well, that was neat. We're gonna trek through this mystical forest. We're gonna go back up here, see if we can't use something else or get something else to trigger, because all we've seen so far is the wereboar attacked by a highwayman or highwaymen. 2 brigands leap out from hiding and menace you with their swords. One is behind you, one in front. Give it up, they advise. Money's not worth getting killed over. Fair enough. Yeah, but you know what? See, we're at a conundrum. I didn't save it after having gone through the city of the trees. So I could fight them. I might die. I could run, and I don't know what'll happen. And I can hand over the 32 gold that I have. That's everything to my name. Decisions. Okay. A, B, C, D. We'll fight. They have an accomplice in hiding who shoots you with an arrow. Lose 3 stamina. The third brigand then leaps up to join his comrades. That's not fair. Now there's 3 of them and I'm wounded. But it's either go big or go home. Okay, I'm going to continue the fight. You prepare to teach those brigands some manners. Fight! Now this can go pleasant. Oh man. Well, they don't have much by way of health. But then again, neither do I. So, first things first. Let's increase my defense. And I'm going to put my back over here. Yep. Okay, that's the crossbowman. 3. I have 6. Oh, I get it. Okay. So I'm going to keep doing that until... Ow! Shnikey. Ow. Man, doesn't this suck? This was terrible. This was a bad idea. This really was. Get out of here. And he's gonna get a free attack, and I don't have nothing. I'm dead. That was fun. That was awful. We'll see what happens. Am I actually dead? Oh, the brigands let you live. They take all your cash and for good measure also divest you of your possessions. You are left with scarcely a scrap of cloth to cover yourself. Next time you'll know not to be so argumentative, says the leader of the brigands as they run off. Well, that sucks. They took everything. No armor, no weapons, no gold, nothing. Oh, that's terrible. Curse me for my hubris. Hold on. They also stole... Wait a minute. Gain 1 rank if when... Oh, okay. Quest failed. They stole the staff. I failed that mission. They stole the staff. Oh, that sucks. Okay. We have a decision before us. Do I restart my save in the hopes that I can replicate my steps to getting that staff and that quest, or do I just press forward? Well, in the interests of doing things making things more difficult for myself, we're just going to press forward. I know it's not great. I'm in a really bad spot. No health, no money, and nothing to sell. But I think it's interesting. Not in a great interesting, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. So, having no money and having no way of doing anything, well, let's see what happens. Maybe there's a... Nope. Started... Oh, okay. Well, there you go. That answered that. Okay. So, let's do this again. And be a little smarter about it. Man. Okay. Yep. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go back to my house, take the sword, go to the market, sell the sword, go to the inn, heal, go to the trees. Now, hopefully, Hey, success. So I'm talking to the tree. I'm going to try and persuade it to pass, or to let me pass. Failed. Okay. Alright, I'll leave. I'll leave. We'll try one more attempt, and if it doesn't work, then we're just going to go back. We're going to go to the stones and teleport away. I don't want to spend a lot of time. I've already spent too much time on this. Successful scouting, thank you. Try to persuade, roll the dice, and no. Okay. He doesn't want to talk to me, and I'm not in a position where I can fight him and a wild boar successfully. I think that's a bad idea at this juncture. So, we're going to leave the forest. We're going to go to the standing stones, and we're just going to go away. We're just going to go away. There's nothing left for us on this island. You intend to step through one of the archways: Yellowport, Marlock City, or Wishport. Okay, so these two were from the first book, Yellowport and Marlock City. Wishport was the first city of the second book. That being said, I'm inclined, or rather interested, to see how they incorporated a particular secret in this game. So we're going to go to Yellowport. You step through the archway. Immediately the symbols on the stone begin to glow with red-hot energy. Your hair stands on end and your body tingles. A crackling nimbus of blue-white force engulfs you, and the sky darkens, and thunder and lightning crash and leap across the heavens. Suddenly, your vision fades and everything goes black. When your sight returns, you find yourself at the gates of a large city set on an ochre-colored river. A vile stink of brimstone permeates the air. You wrinkle your face up in disgust and gag involuntarily. For those who aren't familiar with the smell of brimstone or sulfur, it's what you smell if you sniff a used match right after it is extinguished. Yeah, not pleasant, not great. I wouldn't want to live anywhere near that smell permanently. Welcome to Yellowport, says a passing merchant. Oh, too far. Yellowport is the second largest city in Sukara. It is mainly a trading town and is known for its exotic goods from distant Ancon Konu, way to the south. The stinking river brings rich deposits of sulfur from the lake of the sea dragon down to the town, where it is extracted and stored in the large waterfront warehouses run by the Merchants Guild. From here, the mineral is exported all over Harkuna. Unfortunately, all that sulfur has its drawbacks, obviously. The stink is abominable, and much of the city has a yellowish hue. It's as if everyone peed on everything all the time. The river is so full of sulfur that it is virtually useless as a source of food or of drinking water. However, the demand for sulfur, especially from the sorceress guilds, is great. It would have to be. There would have to be such a high demand to justify something like this, some kind of city like this. This is disgusting. Politically, much has changed in the past few years. The old and corrupt king of Sukara, Korin VII, has been deposed and executed in a military coup. General Grieve Marlock and the army now control Sukara. The old council of Yellowport has been indefinitely dissolved, and a provost marshal, Marloes Marlock, the general's brother, appointed as military governor of the town. To leave Yellowport by sea, buy or sell ships and cargo, go to the harbor master. Okay, so before we do anything else, I'm going to leave. Look at this artwork. This is awesome. So for an FYI, from the border edge of the screen here, across the mountains, across this big wall, all the way down and around, like to these edges. This is Saqqara. Like, this is the nation of Saqqara. Out here is like a wasteland of some nature. I don't quite remember. And up here is like the Arctic North, which is its own book. And it actually stretches across the whole continent. It's not just this little piece, including this bay here. But these locations, this red fort looking thing, these mountains, this pit, this mountain, like all of this has lore baked in through the books, and it's fantastic. I can't wait to explore all of this. Just looking at this is going to be fantastic. All of these question marks are random events like we saw on the island. Oh, look, there's a little house right there. There's another river. This, incidentally, this is Yellowport. This is Marlock City, where the king that they just mentioned was executed, and where General Marlock is. And this is Wishport. But on the other side of this river bank or whatever, this is book 2. So everything on this side of this river is book 2. This is town here, etc. Anyway, so over here you can see that this is the Isle of the Druids. This is where we came from, or at least in part. Zoom out some. Show world map. Okay, so see, this is directly from the inside of the book, and you can see how it was originally laid out, and then they've kind of made things a little easier to understand or observe. Anyway, so I'm gonna try and get a cache that I know of that's going to be interesting, but first we have to go to Venefax, which is this city here. Venefax is a strange-looking city. Excuse me. Strange-looking village. It's not that big. It looks like a single gigantic building. All the houses are joined together to form a jumbled mass, and none of the houses have doors. The only way in is through the holes in the rooftop. Ladders lead up to the roof, which, in effect, forms a network of streets that the inhabitants travel across to get to certain buildings. We had to build it that way for defense, says a passing farmer, without prompting from you, but just based on your puzzled expression staring at this monstrosity of architecture. You see, the scorpion men from the south cannot climb, so they can't get inside the town. Cool. Wandering around, you clamber down a ladder into a long, low hall, the Venefax Market. A sign reads, "Closed on Thursday." Fortunately, it's not Thursday. Then a stocky, barrel-chested man with piggy eyes introduces himself as Fours, the master of the market. There's not much for you to buy or sell in this provincial market, and if it doesn't have a price listed, you can't buy it. I mean, that makes sense. So we're going to leave here, but now we can explore the Scorpion Blight, where the Scorpion Men are. But we're not ready for that. Instead, we're going to go to not the Stinking River, although we could, or the source of the sulfuric water, but we're going to go here to the Eastern Road. You are on a road between Blessed Springs, that's our destination, and Venefax. Pilgrims, the sick and the injured, travel this route by the holy waters of Blessed Springs to find salvation. I got a 1. Mad pilgrims. You are attacked by mad pilgrims. I have to fight. This is terrible because they're very strong and I have no weapons. I have my fists. Oh, and I forgot to save it. I forgot to save it like an idiot. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What can I do? Oh, okay. I'm going to go here. I can't. I don't have enough action points for defend. Okay, we're going to go up one. Okay. We're going to defend. And we're going to tactically assess. In turn. Okay. We're going to stun that guy. And then we're going to disengage. No, damn it. Okay, ow. Attack. That guy. Cool. Okay, that's helpful. That's helpful. Ow. This is not going well. And my cooldown is 6 turns. Holy hell. Okay. That. And okay. I'll get the hang of this someday. Am I dead? I'm dead. Well then. That sucks. A lot. I do not have a resident. Start. Okay. Leave. Save. Yes. There we go. Now, we're back where I wanted to be. Nothing happens. We can go to the Lake of the Sea Dragon, but we're gonna go to Blessed Springs. Check this out. A village, or the village of Blessed Springs, nestling at the foot of a tall hill, has grown up around the Holy Waters, a special spring said to have healing powers. It has been fenced off by the villagers, and a priesthood appointed to supervise supplicants who come to bathe or drink of the spring's waters. There is no market, but an alchemist has set up shop here. And this is cool because all of these potions, hey look, a potion of healing, they all boost a particular stat of 1 to give you a +1 bonus on whatever the next check that uses that stat is, and then it wears off. So we're gonna go to the tavern, I'm gonna rest, and then I'm gonna buy drinks. A few locals are discussing recent events. It seems some hideous beast has made its lair in a cave in the hill that overlooks the village. It's a gorlock, says a farmer, and it's amassed quite a bit of treasure by all accounts, lifted from its victims. A brave adventurer like yourself could get rich if you killed it. You'd be doing us a favor as well. You ask what a gorlock looks like, but no one knows. Nobody's come back to tell the tale, says the innkeeper. There's not much else to hear. That's where we're going. We are going to leave, and we're going to go to the countryside. I still have no weapon. I still have no healing potions. So this is going to be 1000% luck-based. You are crossing an open expanse of flinty ground. A few herds of sheep roam the low hills. I made a shepherd. I get a wolf pelt. Cool. Oh, no. I need to go back to Blessed Springs. And I need to explore. There we go. You have heard stories of the Holy Spring and its healing powers. The village has basically grown around it, and you have limited places to openly go due to the guards hired by the priests of Mulhern to patrol the area. Still, you think you can pay a visit to the Holy Waters, or the owner of the alchemist shop, or the hill. We're going to explore that hill. You make your way up the hill. After a while, you spot a cave set into the hillside, a little further up. Judging by the human bones dumped near the entrance, this is the lair of a dangerous beast. Fresh tracks of some large, two-legged, three-toed creature lead from the cave into some nearby trees. It seems it is not home at the moment. I can make a scouting roll, or I can make a magic roll. Let's see which one's better on the old character sheet. Magic is 2, scouting is 3. So we're going to do a scouting roll. I have a 27% chance to pass this. Oh, damn. You recognize these tracks as those of the legendary Gorlock. You remember that it is said to have backward pointing feet, so that the tracks it leaves will always show the opposite direction of travel. This means the Gorlock is currently inside the cave. I don't know how I knew that, having never heard of this thing previously. That is bananas to me. But who am I to argue? We are going to save because we've gone a ways, made some progress. Let's challenge the beast. I want to see what it looks like. What about the rest of you? You advance, weapon at the ready, in this case my fists of death and destruction. As you draw closer, something rushes out of the cave with a shrieking cry. It is the Gorlock, a beast with legs like a bird, a body like a reptile, and 2 short forelimbs, and a beaked lizard-like head. What the hell is it describing? Like a bird dinosaur with backwards pointing legs. Its 2 legs do indeed have backward pointing feet. You'll have to fight. Well, I'm very curious what the artists of the game, what the rendition they've made. Let's see what happens. Look at that thing. It has 14 stamina. Look at that crazy thing. Wow. Mad props to the artist who came up with that. Backwards feet and everything. Okay. Well, let's see. That's 6 action. I have 3. I gotta think about this tactically. Each space costs 2 points to move. Defense costs 3. So I can do defense and move 1. Wow, moves far. So I'm going to do defense and tactical assessment. Ow. It's got a range. That's not fair. Oh, that's not fair. Okay. Stun the damn thing. Attack. Attack. Oh, please. I don't think it's going to... Yeah. Saw that coming. But we got close. And that was my fault for not realizing that it had a range. It could hit me a square away from where I thought it needed to be. So, your bones join the others at the entrance to the cave. That's fine. That's fine. Which is fine. Maybe. You know what? Maybe I'll just leave it there. This particular episode has gone on for a decent amount of time. And I feel like we've gained a lot of ground, narratively speaking. So we're going to pause it there. We'll come back and we'll give that thing a what for. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming along on this journey. And I'm very excited to see what happens in part 4. Please leave a comment about what character class you think would have been better to start this particular game with, or any observations or anything that you think about me performing. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.